Hi, I'm Tess. I'm a teacher with Wales English and I've been working in education now for about 25 years. I used to run my own ESL company in France and I've worked in bricks and mortar schools as well, and I taught a huge range of people from business leaders down to small children. We always delivered really good quality lessons and we focused on excellence and standards. And that's exactly the same as Wales. They focus on quality, they focus on professionalism, they focus on standards. Now, Wales is growing and changing. It used to be a small company and it was quite easy for them to coordinate all their teachers. Now it's growing and it's a lot more complicated. As they're growing to be one of the leaders of online ESL teaching in China, they are in the process of also working with us, an ever-growing number of teachers, to ensure that the standards and the quality that is delivered is consistent across the board and is the best it can be. We all want to be professionals, we are all committed to our students and we all want to be the best we can. So it's really important that we avoid doing things that could impact us and are, be negative, I suppose. So of course we have to be professional in everything we do. We ensure we don't turn up late. We ensure we're dressed appropriately. It goes without saying that we don't come in after, having something to drink other than tea and coffee and water. All these things are really important to do because we have to stay professional at all times, because Wales is Wales and that the expectations they have are the same that we have really for ourselves, I think. It's also important, of course, is part of being a great teacher and super professional is that we really prepare our lessons well, that we know our material, that we know the extension activities that we're going to bring in, that we don't underestimate the length of the lesson, that we fill our 50 minutes or our 25 minutes. That we don't bring in too many external resources that may not really be valid to what the teaching objectives are. So there are all these things that we need to think about, and it's sometimes really hard and we've got lots to do and we can be, I forgot to do that, or I left my lesson a little bit early, but overall it's just super important to keep focused on delivering the best we can. We can't appear tired. Now, I'm lucky, I'm in the UK, so I teach during the day. But for many of you, you're teaching in the middle of the night. So, appearing wide awake is really important, and, making sure all your tech is perfectly operational, that there are no glitches from your side. All these sort of things are just so crucial. And it's worth taking the time just to double check everything to make sure. I've been teaching and I suddenly see my Ethernet cable on the floor. It's horrible because you're in the middle of the lesson and you can't do anything. So it can happen to us all, but it's just really important to take the time and check, because that's what it is being professional. But you know that because you're a professional. So where do you find all this information that you need to know? Well, go to the teacher portal, find the files, go into the files and you will find all the files from TQD about standards, about how to hit the targets when you're evaluated, the sort of expectations for class teaching, but also the actions and incidents that would qualify a complaint or a concern. So just make sure you're aware of them all, take a bit of time, go through them and read them. So in order for Wales English to maintain these ideals, we have the Teaching Quality Department. Now, of course, we know them all affectionately by the name TQD. They have a dual role at Wales English, really. They are there because they provide constructive professional development opportunities, and of course when they observe our lessons, go to the recordings, they choose our lessons randomly and we're observed. Now, they can feedback on that, and they do feedback on that, and most of the time what we receive is super helpful and it enables us to grow and develop our teaching, because we all want to be the best we can. But they're also there to ensure that the parents, the clients and their kids get the best possible quality too. So they're sort of balancing between us teachers and the parents. Now, complaints, when they come in, we don't like them, but they do. But when they come in, they can come in various ways. So they could either come, if they're coming from parents, they come to the sales department, or they can come to the refunds and customer services department. But they can also come from TQD, because as I said earlier, and as you know, they observe our lessons. Now, if they think there's cause for concern, or if there is an issue, then they will contact us and we can get a complaint from them too. So, what happens if you receive a complaint? Now, there are two things really. If you feel that the complaint is justified, it's not nice, but you just have to live with it, and you accept it, and you accept the penalty that you are given. However, if you don't agree with it, then it's really, really important to fight your corner, because you've got 72 hours in which you can respond to TQD about the complaint. Now, if that's the case for you, if you're in this position of having what you really feel is a totally unfair complaint, whether it's TQD or parents, you need to go right back there with proof. You need to have your screenshots, you need to have everything you can find to back up that actually what was said against you is simply not the case. Whatever information you can gather is worth doing. But in general, if you have a valid reason, they will listen. And TQD and Wales English as a whole are trying to get that balance right between satisfying their clients, the parents, and of course taking care of us, their most treasured resource, their teachers. So to finish, I just really want to send a huge amount of encouragement, and to tell you that, you know, we as teachers, we're great. We really are. Even if we've had evaluations and observations that have made us feel really bad and to doubt ourselves as teachers, we need to just get up and carry on, because that's what we do. Teachers do that. We're strong and we are great, and we are a fantastic community here at Wales, and we're here to help each other. So just pick yourself up, because you're not a slacker. You're a hard-working, wonderful person. So enjoy your time at Wales. Carry on and have fun.